And when I found comedy by accident, April 19th, 1977, Yuck Yucks in Toronto, I got dared to go on that stage. And I had never been on stage before. I didn't aspire to be a comedian. I didn't aspire to be in show business. I didn't want to do it. I also have ADHD. One of the effects of ADHD is you don't think of ramifications. You just act out or react to. And I said, okay. And thinking that the joke would be, I didn't prepare, thinking the joke would be, they'd go, ladies and gentlemen, Howie Mandel. And my two people that I knew in the audience would laugh that I got introduced. Why the fuck am I being introduced? I'm not a comic. And I went on stage. They went, ladies and gentlemen, Howie Mandel. And I walked on the stage. And then I realized this is not a joke. And I'm standing there by the mic. And I see the lights. And terror just dripped through me. And it was just terrifying. I'm looking at all these strangers. And I started going, and if you look at all my old YouTube videos, you look at all, I started going, okay, all right, what? Oh, okay. And my fear, people started giggling at my fear.
So that's
me.
The origin
the origin of everything. And I'm going, okay. And they started giggling at my fear. And then I started going, what? Okay, all right. And I put my hands in my pocket. And in my pocket, I had rubber gloves because if I'm out in public...
The first time you had the rubber gloves?
Yeah, because I go to public bathrooms. I didn't want to touch anything.
Whoa!
So
of course!
Yeah, so I take a rubber glove. I don't know what to do. I go, okay.
Now it's all making sense in this
movie.
Okay.
And I just pulled it over my head. I couldn't think of what to do. I just want to fucking die. I wanted to hide. And I pull it over my nose and I'm breathing. The fingers are going up and the audience is going crazy. And I pop it off. I blow it up and I pop it off my head. And I heard them all applaud. I went, good night. And I ran. And Mark Breslin, who owns the club, says, you've got to come back tomorrow night. And I go, to do what? He goes, do what you did. And I go, what the fuck did I do? He goes, no, it was great. And I started going there. And it was the first time in my life where I got enveloped by, I never felt a room full of people like enjoying my presence. I never felt like just to be enveloped in laughter and joy. And I promise you, if I was a janitor today, if one time a week I could go show up at a club and be embraced by an audience, to me, I don't care about notoriety or how much money I have.
Laughter doesn't have to physically touch you. That's why it's great for you. What?
It really is.
It is.
It is.
It doesn't fit.
But it touches me without
touching me. Of
course,
but not physically.
You're right. I never even thought of that.
That's it.
So that's like this visceral embrace that I always am looking for. Now...
That's your breakthrough.
It is.
I'm sorry, our time's up.
No, and now it's harder than ever. Now, and I swear to you, I want to be once a week, but now I have a fear.
But the part of your brain that can still fucking think, I mean, it must recognize that you have stayed on television for, the American public doesn't keep people around on TV in various forms for decades unless they like them. They just like them.
But I think
you
might disagree with me.
They even like me.
I don't. They
that
love you.
shows how far the taste can go.
But it's because you enjoy what you do.
Of course.
And you're incredibly authentic to what you do. And you're not a people pleaser as much as you're a bill pleaser. And it just so happens...
Which makes me a people pleaser, to the right people.
Right, but people can smell...
Not the wrong people.
But there's always more people that don't like. I've told this story so many times.
I don't care about them. The people that don't like you?
But I become aware,
You can't.
In the 80s when I hit hard...
Because then you'll piss off the people who do like you.
Right, but I tell this story many times. When I hit after I did my first HBO special, I sold out Radio City Music Hall 2 shows in one night.
Wow.
In the 80s.
Yes, I remember when you were a sensation.
I was. Not anymore, but I was.
Now you're just sensational.
Right.
But you only get to be a sensation once.
Right. So but I sold it out, and I remember, I'm a putz from Toronto, and 7,000 people were teaming out onto 7th Avenue or wherever the Radio City is in between shows, and 7,000 people were coming in, and I'm in the dressing room, and my wife and I are looking out the window in Manhattan. And there's 14,000 people in the street going in and out. There's stanchions and there's cops and my wife goes, this is all for you. This is all for, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? I mean, this is not even a dream you had. It was just years ago. Like at that time, it was like
Right.
7 or 8 years ago. You were a goofball selling carpet in Toronto. Like, what are you
Right.
thinking? And I said, if you want to be honest, this is what I'm thinking, that this is a city of 10 million and 9,886,000 people don't give a fuck I'm here.
Well, that is certainly looking at the bong as half empty.
Yes, it is. But I'm
I
always,
look at the
I'm
bo-
always
okay,
but,
that's-
but there's always more people that don't agree with you, that don't like you, and I rest
let's
on that.
not dwell on that's cray. Okay, you need
I'm not a happy guy.
you need the trampoline.
I do.
Club Random.